Hello, Google team. My name is Jack. I'm the co-founder of scrubbr.ai. Scrubbr is an AI native communication dashboard where you can manage your Google, your calendar, your email, your Google Chats, your Slack, and all of their communication streams in one unified inbox. This video will be to cover all of the Google OAuth scopes that we're requesting, why we need them, and why lower scopes will not suffice, in addition to showing how they function inside of the application itself. So first, I'm going to chat through the OAuth consent screen. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Google account here just so that we can see the screen that users will see. This tells them everything that we will be able to do inside of the tool. If you want to see the explicit scopes themselves, I'm going to run over each individual one in this video, but they'll also be linked on scrubbr.ai/privacy, which is in my verification submission. So I'm going to go ahead and allow this here just to make sure that we can get into the dashboard and allow all of the scopes to operate as they need to. I'm actually going to run over to the inbox view just so that you guys can see everything that you need to see. So the first scope that we're requesting is Gmail modify. The reason why we need this is for a few reasons. We need to be able to mark emails as read inside of the dashboard. We need to be able to send emails. We need to be able to draft replies to emails. We need to be able to archive, which is another function that we could not recreate with any other scope. We tried to use a combination of Gmail send and Gmail labels. However, that did not allow emails to get marked as read inside of the tool. So that's why we're requesting that one specifically. We understand that that one's restricted and we'll need to go through our CASA tier 2, and we're prepping for that right now. The second scope is going to be Gmail settings basic. And the reason why we need this is mainly so that we can understand out of office replies and then also have an email signature associated with each reply. So if I go to reply right here, you'll see that my signature shows up, and this is my signature that's actually natively inside of my Gmail settings. So we needed that OAuth scope to make sure that we were able to append signatures onto replies and outgoing messages as needed. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop into the calendar view just so you guys can see all the calendar scopes we're requesting. The first one is going to be calendar.events. And the reason why we need that is so you can see all of the events that are actually on somebody's calendar. I'm going to let this load up here for a second just because right after I authenticated in Gmail, it is taking a moment just for everything to load. Um, However, as soon as it does load, you'll see that I am able to view my calendar events that I have. I can create new ones. Still waiting for this data to show up here, but that's more of a back end issue that I will solve a little bit later. The calendar list.read only shows me all of the calendars that I have access to inside of my Google. So once again, so I'm just going to go ahead and resume the video here now that I've had some time for the calendar events to load. The calendar events scope is what allows me to see my actual events here. I don't have any other calendar events on my calendar other than these, but just wanted to showcase that it allows us to see the upcoming events. We're also going to be using calendar.calendarlists.read only, and that will list all of the calendars that I have access to. So my primary calendar, my team calendars. Right now, I just have holidays in the United States, but just want to showcase, if I had other folks that were on my team, I would be able to view them here. We're also going to be using the calendar settings.read only so I can understand my preferences. Part of this is that we're going to be using a voice agent and we need to be able to tell it, hey, I need to schedule a meeting with this person at the most available time. So that helps give us time zone access and other things that we need to be able to do that. If I go to drag an event, you can see that my time zone is defaulting to Los Angeles due to the fact that it understands that my native Gmail time zone is on the same one. Another scope that we'll be requesting for calendar specifically is admin.directory.resource.calendar.read only. This is so that I can use the conference room feature and meeting locations. So I do want to be able to add locations in here if I have conference rooms that I'm going to be using at my company. I'm also going to need to use the scopes I mentioned above so that I can view other teammates' calendars. So I want to be able to click on their calendars. I want to be able to see their calendars overlaid with mine so that I can find overlapping meetings and schedule them as needed. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to Google Chat, and that's going to be over here on this portion of the dashboard. The first scope that I'm going to be requesting for chat is chat.spaces.read-only. The reason why I need this is so that I can view the spaces that I'm in. Currently, I only have one, but just wanted to showcase that scope. I'm also using the chat.messages feature so that I can read chat messages and send messages to my teammates. So if I needed to say hello to Sebastian over here and click send, that would allow me to actually do so within the tool. I also need to be able to create chat spaces. So right here, you can see if I don't have a DM with somebody, it allows me to search through all of the people that I have access to and create new DMs as I need to. Um, Chat memberships is also another thing that I'm going to need. And the reason why is because I need to be able to view the people who are in my spaces. So for this space right here, we can see that these three people are inside of the team space and just want to make sure that we have the capability to do that. The last thing that I need for chat is chat.messages.reactions, and that is so that I can give a reaction on one of my messages that's in here. You can see that after it adds the actual reaction to the message. So just need to make sure we have that capability. Some other more ambiguous scopes that I'm going to be requesting are the directory dot read only scope. This is so I can read the names, email addresses, and other basic information about my people. This was a scope that was required for me to be able to view my teammates' calendars. So as I said, if I searched Sebastian, it would allow me to see his calendars overlaid with mine. And then the last one that I'm requesting is contacts.other.read only. And it is so I can read my other contacts and it can also inject in logos for people. So as you can see here, we have our actual Gmail photos. Currently, this is a GIF with our logo on it. But before, without that scope, it was just showing initials for all of the team members that were a part of this. So hope this was enough for you guys to understand all of the scopes that we're using. Once again, we understand that Gmail Modify is going to create a world to where we need to get the CASA level 2 audit, but we need to make sure we have the ability to archive and then also mark emails as read as they come into our system. If you have any questions on any of the other scopes, please let me know, but appreciate you guys for taking the time. Thank you.